This is a place to come when you're feeling creative, and they are always open to your ideas. Come here to get connected and make new friends. Here's the leader of the group, Mr. Flores.
I chose to do Poetry Club because I think it's nice to have things at our school that maybe aren't the most popular things, but that some kids are still going to be involved in. Because the more activities we can have at our school that involve kids and different kinds of kids, the better for everybody. The skills that I hope kids take away from Poetry Club are creative writing skills and kind of critically thinking about writing as well, and also just sort of finding a home for kids that enjoy writing and they have that place. So it's not just about skills, but it's also just about having something fun to do after school. My favorite part about Poetry Club is kind of seeing those kids writing grow week after week. I think it's cool to see them, sometimes from their freshman year to their senior year even, they get better and better and they get more confident, and that's a cool thing to see.
Whether you're a poet yourself or just want to come, listen, and support your friends, we're open to everyone. Here's Ivy with her experience in Poetry Club.
I got interested in Poetry Club because I had been doing poems for a long time. I told my friend one of them and they were like, you should do Poetry Club, and I was like, what? Okay, cool. So I went to Poetry Club, and then people were really nice to me and they really liked my poems, so I just kept going. One of the poems that I'm more proud of, I have most recently done, is called Instead of Anxiety. So instead of anxiety, call it awareness. Awareness of every little intrusive thought that may fly into your head, like a bird hits the window, unaware till it's too late. Instead of a comfortable embrace of the clothes on your skin, think of every fabric that is in the shirt that you're wearing and about how it feels, how there's 1,000 of tiny bugs that may bite you, causing your awareness to flare. Instead of calling it a clock, listen to it, because just like yourself, it doesn't get heard enough. Listen to it like a rhythm to lose track of your surroundings. Instead of fall, let's see it as the only comfort you can confide in.
Come join Poetry Club to have a good time. Meetings are every other Wednesday after school until 4:15 p.m.
At the start of a new year, many people create resolutions, big and small. Let's hear a couple from our students and teachers.
My New Year's resolution this year is to not be on social media as much and be more productive with my time.
My New Year's resolution is to get bigger.
My New Year's resolution is to not let people walk all over me. I'm going to be a lot more honest about my angry sort of feelings and tell people when they're sort of stepping on my boundaries.
My resolution for this year is to get better, more in shape, and get better at football, and end the year with all A's.
My New Year's resolution is to read more books to my kids.
My New Year's resolution is to spend less time on my phone.
I have no resolutions. I'm perfect as I am. I have nothing that I need to change, so I will make no resolution at all.
Today we asked several students what they thought about some of the most popular new movies and shows. Seth Ipock talks about the new Spider-Man, No Way Home. Here's what he has to say.
I think it lived up to the expectation and delivered more because there was a whole bunch of stuff that tied together and made it all action-packed and fun and also super cool.
Our next movie title is Free Guy, released the 13th of August in 2021. Brielle Helmer will let us in on her opinion.
My favorite character in Free Guy was Ryan Reynolds' Guy, that was his name, because he's Ryan Reynolds. I think that Free Guy was probably a little bit less than, say, his Deadpool, because they're personally, my favorite movies. Deadpool was a lot funnier. My favorite parts were just, when he got, slapped or, kicked or ran over by a car, and he didn't really flinch. He was okay.
Harry Potter's Return to Hogwarts is our next topic. In line with their 20th anniversary, this movie came out January 1st, 2022.
I think the new movie will compare with the old ones by having a major conflict between Harry and his friends and a Voldemort kind of people, and they're gonna have to work together and kind of go back to how it was when they were young. Because it's the 20th anniversary, I feel it will kind of stray a little bit from the storyline, but I think that it'll stay kind of on track. Maybe have their kids and stuff involved, and kind of getting to re-experience everything that happened at Hogwarts, just to kind of make it more nostalgic.
The girls' basketball team is currently halfway through their season. They got second in the Fairgrove tournament, upsetting West Plains. They're playing for third in the Skyline tournament tonight against Wablo, and their current record is 7-5. Their next regular season game is at home on Tuesday against Hillcrest. Here's what some of the girls had to say about their season so far.
Basketball season so far is going good. We've had some really good wins this season, and right now we're in the Skyline tournament. I think the rest of our season is going to go pretty well. We have some conference games coming up, and we're hoping to pull out some wins. And then we have districts. It's going to be tough, but I think that we can come out successful.
I think so far our season, it's going pretty well. We've had some ups and we've had some downs. We play a really strong schedule, play some really tough competition. So I feel like in some of those games we maybe haven't battled quite like we want to, but I really feel like just the other night in the Skyline tournament, we're starting to kind of turn the corner. Our defensive pressure has picked up, and I think that's going to make a difference for the rest of the season.
So basketball season has been going really well. I think that defensively we have been able to bring a lot of intensity, getting up and down the floor and breaking presses. I think just as a team, we've had a lot of girls be able to just step up, and I think that's just really bringing the competitiveness out of everybody. And I think, knowing at the end of the day that we're still family, but on the court we've been able to really battle it out, and I think us battling and really being competitive is really helping us during game situations.
The boys' basketball team is over halfway through their current season. The record is 8-7. They placed third in the Clever Invitational and sixth in the Blue and Gold tournament so far this year. Here's what some of the boys had to say about their season.
Basketball season this year is going good. Our record's 8-7. We've lost some games that we probably shouldn't have, but we also won some tough games. Expectations for our upcoming games is we have our Sparta tournament coming up, and we're hoping to do good in that. And then our district is coming up, and we're hoping to win that.
Basketball season this far is going pretty good. We've lost a couple of close games, but it's nothing we can't come back from. We've got a group of boys who play together forever, so we can get it done later in the season. Coming up, we have the Sparta tournament, and that's going to be a tough one because there's a lot of the teams that weren't in it last year that are in it this year. We might get a low seeding, but I don't think that shows how good we could be in it. And then after that, we go through more just regular season games, and then we got districts where it's really going to matter.
Yeah, so over the course of the season, we've been getting a lot better. The team just really has this chemistry bond that we have that no other team has because of the fact that we had no seniors last year. So we have this chemistry, and what that does is it's going to make us improve day by day, make us compete and make us competitive and make us better. We started off the beginning of the year winning 2 really good games, really tough games. And yeah, we look to continue that success for the rest of the season.